Hello everyone, my name is Shinichiro Hori, CEO of the Zben처캐피털. So Zben처캐피털 is a corporate venture capital of the Z홀딩스. So Z홀딩스, you might know, it's the holding company of 야후재팬, Line, and also the 페이페이, and also the 조조타운, the fashionable e-commerce, the biggest upper e-commerce in Japan. Also the 잇큐닷컴, it's the top class OTA media company in Japan. So we have a lot of services under the Z홀딩스. We actually have the office in Tokyo and the headquarters in Tokyo, and we also have an office in Seoul and San Francisco. So currently we are deploying the 300 million USD fund globally. And the current fund, we've already invested through the existing venture fund. So we manage aggregated like the about 1 billion USD globally. And also we have the core GP fund in Southeast Asia. It's named, it's called East Venture EV Growth Fund. And the first fund was around 250 million USD, and the second fund we just closed last month was about 400 million. As a corporate venture capital, we are aiming the capital gain and also the corporate synergies. So we decided to design the investment pillar with three pillars. One is commerce and O2O. And the second one is media, and the third one is fintech. So these three pillars are our favorite sectors to invest. And also besides that, there's a lot of the technology innovation in the world. So of course we are studying also trying to make the investment into the AI, big data, Web3, and VR, AR, and also currently after the pandemic, we're starting to study and learn about healthcare sectors. There are two waves of the startup investment boom. Also, the first one was in year 2000, and so everybody was crazy for making the investment into the startups. But at that moment, everybody never called the startups. Everybody used the venture company and so on. And so after the crisis of the Lehman Brothers, so the market crashed. So everybody pulled back from the venture investment, but a lot of investors came back to the market since 2012. So since 2012 to the 2022, so this year, I think this decade is one of the big moment for the venture investment or startup investment scene in Japan. Not only in Japan but everywhere. The Zben처캐피털 was established in year 2012. It's the beginning of the second movement of the startup boom. And so at that moment, there are very few venture capital in the market. And the strategy of the venture capital is very broad. But nowadays, after 10 years, the sector-wise, it was segment like the early stage focus, something like the seed stage focus, also the later stage focus, so stage-wise, and also sector-wise, there are like the SaaS focused company, also the consumer tech focused company, deep tech company, and Web3 tech focused venture capital firms. So the stage and the sector is fulfilled by the variety of the venture capitals right now. Also, after 10 years, we could see more serial entrepreneur in market. I can say last 2 years, especially for last 2 years, although that is under the COVID pandemic situation, that Japanese startup ecosystem has finally ended up. Japan is quite unique country, I guess. There are so many corporate venture capitals, and the Japanese economy is occupied and also dominated by the big enterprises for a long time after the World War II. So there were so many big enterprises, and also but the most of the Japanese big enterprises are missing the opportunities to build a corporate new business development. So this is the only way to find the to cooperate with the startups. So a lot of the enterprises decided to establish and build a corporate venture capital instead of investing in R&D. So yeah, I can't remember exact numbers, but I think number of the corporate venture capital in Japan is, I think, relatively higher than other countries in the world. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Japanese are not fluent in English like me, so it's quite difficult to for the foreign companies to come in Japan, because everything is written in Japanese, so it's difficult to communicate. Also, it means it's quite difficult to get user insights or customer behaviors. So if you are the B2C company, and also the enterprise services SaaS companies, yeah, it's similar. So at least you need to hire the local expert or local staff to to start your business in Japan. We easily switched from the existing messaging app to Line Messenger, I think year 2011 or maybe 10 or 10, 11, 12. We like to use the new technology, so I think if that technology is useful, so I think the Japanese people are not reluctant to try new technologies. So I think the most important part is how to present or make the brand image or marketing to approach to the access to the Japanese consumers. Yeah, I just want to mention one thing. So through my experience, also through my feeling, the Korean startups are very good at making the innovative services. So I've never seen the product like the snow, or never seen product like the spoon. And if I can fly back to the 10 years back or 12 years back, it's quite difficult to find the product like the hand games. SNS itself or gaming platform itself had existed in the market. That the Korean is very good at finding the new innovation to add the spices into the to upgrade the existing business model or product to the next stage. So all the time, I think young generation, they don't care about language. They just want to have fun, or they just want to find a new user experience. So especially for the product focusing the Generation Z, I think that I can see a lot of the successful cases from the Korean startups in Japan so far. So Korean entrepreneur, in my sense, has more spirit of the challenge spirit to explore new business model or new user experience, as I mentioned before. So Japanese entrepreneur is more conservative. They try to capture the business product as happened in China or Korea or US. So, but Korean is, in my sense, more creative and more innovative. Yeah, I don't see any tech downturn in Japan. So the stock price is facing downturn, but I don't believe tech is facing the downturn. So during the COVID and the pandemic, people start to buy the product all online, not visiting the physical retail store to get the product. So everybody moved to the online. So people prefer using the food delivery. So everybody, most of our order linked activities were shifted into the online. So still the tech is the one of the hot sector to grow in the world, I believe. So I'm sorry, yeah, I don't see any downtown in Japan. I can say that every sector, all the sector is growing right now. So media, commerce, fintech, SaaS, and also the healthcare and AI and the metaverse and the Web3 and so on. But especially for the Web3, when I talk to the young entrepreneurs like the age of like around 20 years old to up to 24 or 5 years old, everybody is shifting to the Web3, and everybody decide to leave Japan and start to live in Singapore or Dubai to register the company and also the coding the product for the Web3 world. So the last 3 months or last maybe 6 months, I can see the strong changes in the Japanese startup ecosystem right now. So we're looking for the companies and if we can be the future business partner of the Zholdings group companies, and of course we are investors at corporate venture capital, so we would try to invest with you guys, but also if we cannot make any investment, and I'm happy to introduce you to our Zholding group company for the business development. Currently, we are quite eager to make the investment into the Web3 spaces. So if you're considering to challenge to the Web3 startups, please call us. Yeah, thank you very much.